Hard work didn't fail you. Timing just hasn't chosen you yet. This is the story of two men running the same race, even though neither of them knew it. One was fast. One was prepared. One did everything the world said worked. And the other one was just still there. Eli had been ahead his entire life. The kind of ahead that made adults lower their voices when they spoke about him. Teachers kept his papers. Coaches predicted futures. Managers used his name in meetings that weren't about him. He didn't just work hard, he worked correctly. Early mornings, late nights, clean habits, clear goals. While others guessed, Eli planned. While others hoped, Eli prepared. Somewhere along the way, without ever saying it out loud, Eli made a deal with life. I'll give you discipline. You give me results. And for a long time, life seemed to agree. Noah never got to make that deal. He started late, stumbled often, missed windows he didn't even know were closing. His plans were fragile. His confidence showed up inconsistently. While people applauded Eli, they forgot Noah's name mid-sentence. No one looked at Noah and said, "That one's going places." Sometimes neither did Noah, but he stayed. Not in a heroic way, not with a vision board or a master plan. He stayed by showing up to places that didn't promise anything. He stayed by keeping conversations alive that didn't go anywhere. He stayed by saying maybe instead of disappearing. Years passed, and the gap widened exactly how everyone expected. Eli rose. Promotions, recognition, stability. People asked for his routine, his secrets, his mindset. He gave them answers that sounded right because they had worked. Until they didn't. The injustice didn't arrive as failure. It arrived as almost promoted, almost selected, almost secure. One morning, Eli was called into a meeting he had prepared months for. He had the numbers, the results, the history, the proof that he had done everything right. The decision took 4 minutes. We're going in a different direction. No explanation, no feedback, no second chance. The role went to someone newer, cheaper, better timed. Eli walked out with a polite smile and something cracking quietly inside him. He hadn't lost because he was lazy. He hadn't lost because he was careless. He lost because the moment didn't choose him. For the first time, Eli faced a truth no one had prepared him for. Effort doesn't control timing. While Eli tried to understand how years of discipline could lose to a calendar shift, Noah was standing in line for coffee, scrolling on his phone, killing time between obligations that barely felt like progress. Someone tapped his shoulder. They talked. Small talk. Nothing important. Complaints about the line. A joke about the weather. Then the person mentioned a position, temporary, unglamorous, open right now. Noah almost said no. He always did. Not because he was lazy, but because he was tired of hoping. Tired of starting things that went nowhere. Tired of being the one who tried and had nothing to show for it. But something in him said, just stay. He didn't suddenly become confident. He didn't feel ready. He didn't see a future in it. He just didn't disappear. He said yes. The door didn't swing open. It barely opened at all. But Noah stepped through before it closed. That's the part people misunderstand. Staying didn't make Noah special. It just kept him reachable. One chance led to another, not because of destiny, but because proximity creates probability. A short contract became a longer one. A small responsibility became trust. Trust became a role. Quiet progress replaced loud struggle. No announcement, no applause, no moment where life said, now you've made it. Just movement. Years later, the two men sat across from each other in a coffee shop that smelled exactly the same as it always had. Eli looked composed, but tired in a way that comes from recalculating your entire life. Noah looked unsure, like someone who still didn't trust good news to stay. They talked about old times, about mutual acquaintances, about how strange life turned out. Then Eli asked the question he'd been carrying for years. How did it work out for you? Noah hesitated, shrugged. I don't really know, he said. I was just around when something opened. Eli smiled, a real one this time. I trained my whole life for doors, he said quietly. I just wasn't standing near the one that opened. That was the moment the truth settled. Life is not a contract. Hard work doesn't schedule opportunity. Talent doesn't summon timing. Speed doesn't decide arrival. Time does. Chance does. But here's what does matter: being present when chance passes through. Noah didn't win because he was faster. He didn't win because he was smarter. He didn't win because he waited patiently and life rewarded him. He won because he stayed available. And Eli didn't fail. He just learned, later than he wanted, that the race is not for the swift, nor for the strong, but for those still moving, still visible, still reachable when timing finally speaks. So if you feel behind, stay. Not frozen, not hiding. Stay in rooms. Stay in conversations. Stay close enough to opportunity that it can find you. If it's unfair, stay. If nothing is moving yet, stay. Not because staying guarantees anything, but because leaving guarantees absence. Time and chance are still moving, and they haven't reached you yet.